Okay, good morning, everybody. 1 second here. Setting up a couple things and then I'll be ready to go. One more. All right. Today is Saturday. And this is what, March 28th, I think? March 28th. This is Manhood. This is just daily Bible study devotional in the midst of trying to play Elden Ring. We're going to have a good time. Happy to be here. Feeling a wee bit tired this morning. But we got to have a good time last night. We went out and did some camping stuff with the boys. That was fun. I ended up coming back here to sleep because the boys ended up sleeping inside of their grandparents' house. And so rather than doing that, I just slept in my own house, which was great. But it was a good time. Today, we're going to be going through Job chapters 20 and 21. And it asks a very, very important question, one that comes up a lot with people who are either struggling with their own faith or struggling with the idea of Christianity at all, which is, why do wicked people so often seem to thrive and prosper? Right? It's a common question. How can all these horrible people seemingly do well in life? And we get to kind of look at that today, which I'm excited about. Zophar comes in and he answers the question. He says it's simple, right? The answer to the question is that their success is short-lived and judgment always catches up quickly. And Zophar has this general theme of being incredibly, what's the word? Simple-minded seems like a rude way to say it, but incredibly simple-minded. Like, he comes in initially and tells Job, hey, you deserve worse here, and now he's coming back, and he's like, hey, listen, the wicked... What's going on, Erich von Erich? Welcome in, man. Good morning. He comes in and he says, you deserve worse there. And now he's coming in and he's saying, listen, the wicked always get their comeuppance. And this is just what's happening with you right now. Oh, is there a dog? Hold on. I need this for my... There we go. Not a fan of the dogs. There we go. We got him. But I will say these chapters are going to cause us to ask the question of, hey, what does it look like when life doesn't always look fair in the moment? Right? When we don't have the simple answer. Man, there's a lot of dogs over here. Come on, 20 viewers, press the like button. Thanks, man. You're sweet. All right, before we get into that, we're going into daily gratitude and devotional. Will, welcome in, man. Appreciate that. Happy to have you here, dude. Oh, it's not good. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. Mystical, welcome. Liking it. Greater Potentate's Cookbook. Sweet. All right. The proverb of the day, before we get into our chapters, coming out of Proverbs 11. Starting in verse 2. And it says, when pride comes, then comes disgrace. When pride lifts up, then comes disgrace, which we're going to see a little bit in Zophar today as we're reading. But with the humble is wisdom. Okay. Oh, and then I got to go through. I usually go through 3 things I'm grateful for today. We just got back from getting to be out in nature. That's one of the things I'm super grateful for, is getting out there with my boys and them getting to experience. We went cougar hunting, quote unquote. It's not as intense as it sounds. We just walked around and made rabbit calls and saw nothing. Don't worry, they were all super loud. Thanks, man. Good morning, man. Good to see you. But super grateful to get out there with them and just enjoy time with them. Tactical Baklava. What a cool name, dude. Welcome. Thank you. All right. I'm also grateful for campfires, man. What a good time. We're able to like cook and do s'mores and stuff together. It's awesome. Also, we live like probably what 30 minutes away from my parents' house. And so living at a time where travel is as easy and affordable as it is like a super big blessing, and I'm thankful for that. So those are my three. If you have anything you're grateful for, throw it in the chat. Let's get some engagement here, huh? All right. Now, we'll do a quick recap to bring anybody up to speed who hasn't been here up to this point. Because Job's a good book. I want to make sure we're actually all following what's happening here. So super short. This is going to be quick. Up to this point in the book of Job. One second. I got to make sure I'm not missing anything in this town. Job has lost everything, right? He's lost his wealth. He's lost his children. He's lost his health. Things are pretty rough for him. Oh, that's good. That's what I was looking for. This down here. And even though we know from the beginning of the story that Job has not been wicked, right? It's not because of his personal sin. His friends don't know that, right? Eliphaz, Bildad, and who we're going to read about today is Zophar. They keep repeating the same message. God is just, so Job must be guilty. Like that's what keeps coming back over and over and over again. And we're going to see this continue to escalate as we read, as they get more and more offended at Job when Job keeps defending himself and then calling out to God saying, I want to appeal to God, right? So he has, up to this point, defended his integrity. He's challenged their simplistic understanding of who God is. And in chapter 19, he makes one of the strongest statements of hope in the whole book, which is, I know that my Redeemer lives, right? And it's almost like a Christological, I mean like a point to Christ, right? A point to this idea of like, he calls out that he needs a mediator. He needs someone to come between him and God. And then he has this cry of hope that, hey, I know that my Redeemer lives and that it's going to be okay, right? It's going to be good. This is the DLC, Brett. Welcome in, man. And now Zophar is about to come back, and Job's about to expose a major flaw in the way that he thinks. So we'll get into that. So with that, we're heading into today's reading. Yeah, we have a big giant head of a lion on our face. It's great. What's the reason that I can fall in? Thanks for following, man. I appreciate it, Brett. All right. We're starting at Job chapter 20, and we'll just start at the very beginning, read through. I thought I came up here, did I not? Oh, no. Hold on. 1 second. We'll get back to it. I made that guy strong. Ailment talisman. All right, sweet. So then Zophar, the Naamathite, answered and said, therefore my thoughts answer me because of my haste within. I hear the censure that insults me. A simpler way to say this would be like, hey, listen, I can't. I did go in here, didn't I? No, I didn't. There's nothing in here, though. I can't sit back and listen to this. I have to speak. Essentially, like, hey, you're offending us. You're doing wrong. I hear the censure that insults me. Yo, do you stream? Yes, that's what we're doing right now. We are streaming. Welcome in, Leaf 40. It's good to have you here. What is this? We need to get over there at some point. That's where we need to go. I hear censure that insults me, and out of my understanding, a spirit answers me. Do you not know this from old? Since man was placed on the earth, that the exalting of the wicked is short, and the joy of the godless but for a moment. Right, because Job has just gotten done. He's been responding to Bildad. I always wondered, was it okay to play Elden Ring as a Christian? Yeah, I think so. Some people have a conviction not to, and I think for those people, they shouldn't do it. Right, they shouldn't go against their conviction. But I think that storytelling is a medium where you can do a lot more than just like a binary yes or no to something have depictions of evil? Does something have depictions of witchcraft? It's like the Bible has a lot of those things, and they're not used to necessarily bolster those or uplift them. But storytelling is a medium that we can use, and when we watch movies, I think about Lord of the Rings, I think we would need to ask the same question with that, right? If we're going to ask about Elden Ring, you need to be like, well, there's a lot that we can learn from something like Lord of the Rings, and it depicts a lot of similar things as well. And there's dark, and there's light, and they're in battle with one another. I believe it's okay, but if you have a conviction against it, don't do it. Honor God, man. Follow him. What's going on? Is that Yuri? I think that's Yuri. Welcome in. Hello. Okay. Do you not know this from old? Since man was placed on earth, that the exalting of the wicked is short. So, hey, Job just got done. Coming back to what I was saying before. He just finished up, and he's been saying that, listen, I see wicked people prosper, and yet I myself am torn down. I'm thrown away. I'm struggling. Like, God seems to be against me. But then I see these wicked people come up, and they seem to be doing fine. Caleb, thanks for liking it. I appreciate that, man. And now he's saying, yeah, but don't you know that's just for a moment, right? That's momentary. It's about to disappear. It's about to go away, and it's gonna all disappear in a moment, right? And he says, the joy of the godless, but for a moment, though his height mount up to the heavens. Why is there a way to call in somebody over there, but there's not a way to call in somebody right here at this dragon? Oh, there is. You just have to wait for that to happen. Oh, move. Oh, I thought he was going to swing his tail. Hold on. Look at his face. Is he Black Flame? All right. Uh-oh. Is he going to flame us? How we doing, D'Angelo? Doing pretty good, man. We're reading through chapter 20. Chapter 20 of Job, and we're trying to fight a dragon right now, so we're distracted. Should you buy this? It's on sale. I would say this is probably my top 5 games of all time, so I'm a biased person to ask, but I would say yes. There we go. We're going to get back on our horse. This guy was so hard. Oh, this is probably what the issue is. Yeah, I was going to say, I remember dying quite a bit to this guy the first time I played this. I'll have just gotten lucky, and it's going to just fall apart here in a second. Yep, okay, that's what we would experience. I don't know where to go. All right, we gotta move. Game of the year 2 years in a row, but who's counting? Yeah. I agree, D'Angelo. Oh, we got another. Does that work really well against some Holy Grease? Not Daniel? Welcome in, by the way. I'll put some Holy Grease on if I don't die first. I'll die first, though. How about if we make it to round 2, we do that, because I'm about to go down if I don't. We got him. We got him without the Holy Grease. Hey, look at that. W. Thanks, Nut. Well, look at that. I didn't know he gave us one of those. That's good news. All right, we're in so far as talking to us, right? That's where we're at right now. The exalting of the wicked is short. So his point is, listen, you say that you're seeing the exalting of the wicked, the falling down of the of the righteous, which Job is seeing, by the way. He's being torn down because he's righteous. Nice. Yuri's here from Indonesia. Welcome in, Yuri. And then so far, it's like, yeah, but it's all short-lived. And you like pay attention to what he's saying here, because he's already said he believes that Job is wicked. So he's both trying to convince Job of his argument that the wicked's exaltation is short-lived. They're going to fall apart. Everything's going to come crashing down for them. And he's going to continue on. And so in essence, what he's saying is you're experiencing that short uplifting, that short exaltation before the downfall. And now you're getting to see the downfall. And I'm right, because we're seeing you torn down, right? We're seeing you come to pieces and your family all fall apart. So though his height mounts up to the heavens and his head reach to the clouds, he will perish forever like his own dung. Those who have seen him will say, where is he? He will fly away like a dream and not be found. Now, one second, I gotta find my spot to rest so we can level up here. I don't think I've... okay, this is the other way that I was going. Got a little turned around there for a second. We're heading the right way now. It's very hard to read and stare at the screen at the same time. So essentially, like, I'm half blind while I'm running around the map. But we're going to go over here to rest and level up. There it is. So those who have seen him will say, where is he? He will fly away like a dream and will not be found. He will be chased away like a vision in the night. The eye that saw him will see him no more, nor will his place anymore behold him. So if you pay attention to what's interesting about what he's saying here is he's like, hey, it's going to be extremely short-lived for whoever is wicked. They're going to fall apart. They're going to be torn away. They're going to be torn down. It might be sweet in the moment, but it's going to all fall apart. And he's essentially saying, and that's you, Job. That's what we're seeing. That's you. And there's a ton of tension there because he's just trying to defend himself, but he's already said he believes Job has to be wicked. And so what he's saying is that, like, this is what we're seeing in your own life, is that your wickedness is catching up to you. And before, where he said, if you just turn back to God, everything's going to be okay. Now he's saying, hey, you're going to, like, the wicked are going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth. Their stuff is totally short-lived. It's going to end. It's going to fall apart. Did I walk over here already? I don't think so. It's going to fall apart, and they will be no more. People will ask what happened to them, where did they go, and no one will be able to find them. What do we do with furnace visages? Do we use those to fight those guys? Or do we get them off those fire guys? All right. His children will seek the favor of the poor. Whatever you do. Oh, cool. I think we should throw ourselves off this cliff, clearly. Seems like the best possible move we can make. Do not go to the dark light catacombs. Do not finish it, at least. Well, now we got to find him. King Outlaw, thank you for following, man. All right. So his children will seek the favor of the poor, and his hands will give back his wealth. His bones are full of his youthful vigor, but it will lie down with him in the dust. He's going to be torn apart. He's going to be taken down. It'll amount to nothing, right? Though evil is sweet in his mouth, and though he hide it under his tongue, though he is loath to let it go and holds it in his mouth, yet his food is turned in his stomach, is the venom of cobras. We gotta head up here. Take it left. We're gonna cross this bridge. Then we'll come back. Are they gonna shoot me with arrows? I think they are. Ash of War nearby? Is it a good one? Caden, thanks for following. Appreciate it. We got a bob and weave. Like that one? Kelton, good morning, man. Welcome in. Should we call in our friend to come help us? Oh, I missed. Don't blow it. Thank you. Watch this. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, I thought I dodged that. What do you think of Crimson Desert? I've never played it. I don't have a ton of time. Oh, man, there's a lot of perfumers around here. Oh, this is going to be taxing on the old PC right here. Trying to live stream. Okay, that didn't work out. And they're all guarded and protected. All right, he holds this sweet food in his mouth, right? Yeah, it is a whole army, X-Man, you're right. Yet his food turns in his stomach. It is the venom of cobras within him. He swallows down riches and vomits them up again. This is going to be short-lived. He's going to be reproved. And we're seeing that with you. Cub, welcome in, man. Good morning. I appreciate it. I'm going to be here. God cast them out of his belly, right? So their protection is gone. He cast them, and I probably need to find a... Actually, can we just do this? Let's go right here. That way we can just run across that bridge again. This is a good game, X-Man. I really enjoy it. I really do. He will suck the poison of cobras. Hey, Cub. The tongue of a viper will kill him. He will not look upon the rivers, the streams flowing with honey and curds.
That was a fine. It heartens me.
Oh, yeah, she helped me. Okay, yeah, we'll ask her.
I was immobile. I was left behind. My wound was... And yet he drained despite my wretch now.
Okay.
Let us both maybe meet again. Do you wonder why the eternity is one of the towers? I can only assume, but we needn't concern. He too was charmed, and that makes us allies.
All right, sweet.
I doubt our meddling.
Let's keep going. Just wait till you get to Radon. Well, that's the thing.
And yet, if Mikeled, these are the... I urge you, as long as you abide...
Oh, sweet. He gives a map. That's nice. Morning, Zach. You have a blessed Saturday, too, dude. Good to see you in here. All right, so he will not look upon the rivers, the streams flowing with honey and curds. He will go back, honey and curds. This is a callback to the land flowing with milk and honey, or it's actually maybe a call forward to it, but it's a call to that. He will give back the fruit of his toil and will not swallow it down. From the profit of his trading, he will get no enjoyment, for he has crushed and abandoned the poor and seized a house that he did not build, because he knew no contentment in his belly. He is filled with greed, he is filled with anguish, and he will see no success in life. It will fall apart for him. And he will not let anything in which he delights escape him. There is nothing left after him after he had eaten. He eats beyond what he needs and is overfilled. This is me talking, not the actual words. Bear that in mind. I was filling in gaps there. I need to probably be careful doing that. It's probably confusing. Therefore, his prosperity will not endure. I want to not get shot. Hold on. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he will be in distress. The hand of everyone in misery will come against him to fill his belly to the full. God will send his burning anger against him and rain it down on his body. And this essentially is what he's saying is happening to Job. God is doing this to you. I got to find like a couple of options with my weapons. We need to find something that can damage some poise. Here, hold on. Let's do this. Oh, man. You think I can, What was that? I don't even know what that was. That thing killed me fast. That was scary. All right, God will send his burning anger against him and rain it on him, right upon him into his body, and he will flee from an iron weapon. A bronze arrow will strike him through. It is drawn forth and comes out of his body. The glittering point comes out of his gallbladder. When is the new DLC coming? Firefly, I don't know of any new DLC. I thought they were done with this game. Unless we're talking about... they may have one for Night Rain that I don't know about. Oh, you're talking about like DLC, like Jesus coming? Is that what you're saying? No one knows. We don't know. We're always to be watchful and ready for the second coming of Christ. And the new map's going to be coming out, the new heaven and the new earth. It's coming down as well. Mirrored image. Thank you for liking it. I appreciate it. All right. Utter darkness is laid up for his treasures. A fire not fanned will devour him. What is left in his tent will be consumed, and the heavens will reveal his iniquity. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I have no idea. I thought they were done with it and they decided to do Night Rain instead, which it wasn't for me. It was too much. Couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. The heavens will reveal his iniquity and the earth will rise up against him. The possessions of his house will be carried away, dragged off in the day of God's wrath. This is the wicked man's portion from God, the heritage decreed for him by God. This is what is going to happen to the wicked. Even if you think that they seem to be blessed for the moment. Good morning, Mrs. Bull. Yeah, no worries, no sweat. Get your work done. I have to work sometimes too, but not today. Actually, I kind of need to go to we've got this home show thing happening that I may have to run into, and we're also moving locations, so it's going to be an intense day. But it'll be good. I'm technically not working, and I'm going to try and take my sons fishing today, which will be nice. So that'll be fun. Okay, so Zophar is like, hey, I'm going to die. Hold on. Dude, this thing cannot handle us streaming and the amount of particles on screen with the perfumers. We're going to struggle here. Yeah, Zach, that's a good call. And I think that's exact. Here, hold on one second. Let me take care of this real quick. We got that one. Jump in there. Okay. I think that's what the real tension is here, and this is what I don't think people totally understand about the reality of Job, right? TJ, thank you for sharing the live. I'm TJ as well. It's huge when you guys share. I appreciate that. We need to get some here we go. Evil always tries to get the grass look greener to get us to come over. Yeah, I think that can be true. I think the other thing to call out here is this is the tension, right? This is Zophar is essentially trying to defend himself. Brandon, thanks for following. I appreciate that, man. Ooh, that's a cool shield. Zophar is trying to defend himself against what Job is saying, and he's essentially trying to defend God, which he doesn't need to do. But he's saying, hey, you can't keep saying this stuff. We know that, like you say, that the wicked are prosperous. We know that it's gonna all fall apart for them. Bull, welcome in, man. Good morning. Hope you're here. Did you get enough rest last night? You sleep good? I hope so. But the struggle there is like Zophar is saying, hey, no, they're always torn down. Like, look at yourself. You got torn down. So are they. It all falls apart for them. God reproves them. And before, you'll see, he was saying, it's like, hey, it's going to be... he didn't move all night. Nice. Let's see what Bull says about it. Does he agree? You'll see, like, what ends up happening is he's like, hey, this is the case for the wicked. And then before he's told him, if you just repent and give your life back to God, right? He's like, hey, you haven't gotten as much as you deserve. But if you just repent, it's going to be okay. God's going to turn back to you. And now he's saying, listen, the wicked are absolutely going to be dragged down below the earth. They're going to be cut short. They're going to die. Actually, yes, sir, I think I did. Oh, good, man. I appreciate it. It's awesome. It was so good. We got to go have a fire, and we went cougar hunting with the boys last night, which was fun. Which is just us walking through the woods and then making tons of noise and us seeing nothing. But it was a good time. So we roasted some hot dogs and marshmallows and stuff. We had a blast. Look at this fire dog. Oh, hold on. Don't worry, everybody. We didn't kill any cougars. All right. No animals were harmed, other than our pride. Okay, I'm not a fan of these mesmer dogs, I think is what we're calling them. Not a fan. Can we go in here? All right, let's move into You had to retire your old Fender? Oh, man. Oh, did you really? Nice, Zach. That's awesome. Mine, I think, was like it's been Old Faithful. Pretty sure it was like an $80 one from Guitar Center years and years ago. We usually do our nightly devotionals with the kids with it. So we'll all, oh, man. How come this seems like, oh, never mind. I spoke way too soon. I was like, how come this seems so much easier? And then I just got absolutely wrecked in 1 second. Oh, yeah, so we do our nightly devotionals with the kids with that. It's been good. We've been getting to sing most nights. Some nights we get back too late to where we just all go to bed. But that's been fun. Okay, let's go to Job's answer because I think this is important. And I think the wrestling here that Job is going to have. No, you went down. Oh, okay. Copy that, X-Man. Then Job answered and said, keep listening to my words, and let this be your comfort. Bear with me, and I will speak. Will you just give me a minute? The guys didn't douse the cougars, just looked for them. Yeah. Amen. Bull gets it. Bull knows what's going on. We're going to head that way. I want to go into that, what is it called? The like, forge area or whatever. We're gonna do that. We already got to look through this whole place. There's nothing here. It's not worth it. So we're gonna head this way. 2-year-old son likes to play with my guitar and likes to be yeah. So I've got the biggest thing I've got to figure out, Zach, is how to get. Oh my goodness! Don't do that. I've got to learn, and I'm I'm trying to figure out if I actually need to do this or just let them be. But like one of my sons is very, very interested in the drums. Another one is very, very interested in the guitar. But they don't ever want to like, and this is okay. This is totally fine. Look at these guys. Hello. They don't ever want to take the time to like learn a basic like pat on the drum, you know? Uh-oh, careful. They're all fighting me. Taylor, welcome. It is such a good game. I enjoy it as well. Look at all these guys warring with each other. This is crazy. I'm going to go finish off this group over here. But it's hard to know, like, do we just let them, like, not learn everything? I'm like, I'd love to be able to worship with them, you know? And, like, my 5-year-old, he's turning 6 here in, like, a month. And he's plenty capable to be able to learn how to, like, keep a beat. Oh, be careful. With the game or with the kids? Can't tell which one you're referring to. My oldest used to not want to learn riffs and stuff. I brought him to a Skillet concert. Dude, Skillet concerts are awesome. Showed him how good they are. Now he learned. That may be the way to go, man. Yeah, it's... They're still... I mean, we've got... My boys are 7, 5, and 3. So we got some time, but I'd like them to start kind of picking it up early so they can learn. Oh, man. Hold on. We did it. We did it. All right. So Job's like, hey, just give me a minute. Let me explain myself. Let me talk. Taylor, welcome from England. We're happy that you're here. Bear with me and I will speak. And after I have spoken, mock on. So he's like, hey, listen, you're saying that the wicked are going to die, fall apart, be tormented, and their life is going to end. And you're literally saying that of me. So I'll give you a chance to... Don't douse Bull's banjo. You play the banjo, Bull? We're gonna have to like co-stream and do like a jam sesh. You know what I mean? Oh, which I'm trying to, X-Man. I'm working on it. We're trying to soak it up. Our new daughter is 2 months old, so we're back in the thick of childhood. It's nice. It's good. Jordan Mutter, happy you're here. All right, so you can mock on after you let me talk just a little bit. And this is where we wrestle, and this is a very, very, very core issue with Marky Mark. Thanks for following, man. I appreciate it. This is an extremely core issue in the heart of humanity and the concern over Christianity is what we're about to read right here. Right? This comes up all the time with people who are struggling with their faith, with people who are struggling with God. And so, like, bear in mind this as we're reading this, because he's giving a defense for himself, and that makes sense. I play banjo, drums, and emotions. Wow. He's a player. That's what I've always said, is Bull is a player. That's incredible. So today, are you going to stream yourself playing the banjo? I'll hop on my little box drum, my cajon, and we'll play alongside you. It'll be great. Oh man, he's looking for a rock. I bet he can find one down here. Okay, so after I've spoken, mock on, as for me is my complaint against man. Listen, I'm not complaining against you. Just because you're getting offended by what I'm saying doesn't mean I'm even talking to you. I'm not necessarily regarding you here. This is my question for God, right? Oh, don't jump down there? Okay. We'll jump down here. I'm a little concerned something's going to fall. There is something that's going to fall on our head. See that? That's pretty good. Nice. Okay, so my complaints against God. Why should I not be impatient? Look at me and be appalled, right? Look at what I look like right now. Look at how horrible I look. Look at what's going on inside me. Remember, he's covered in boils. For those of us who don't know, this guy's covered in, like, hideous scarring and, like, flesh rotting, essentially. All his health's been taken away. Lay your hand over your mouth. When I remember, I am dismayed, and shuddering seizes my flesh. I feel like those guys were harder to kill. Maybe I should have a cool weapon. I'm not sure. Let's keep on going. No use for a name. Welcome in. Happy you're here. All right. When I remember, I am dismayed and shudder seizes my flesh. Why do the wicked live, reach old age, and grow mighty in power? This is one of the core concerns people have with following God. It's like, why do seemingly terrible people live in luxury, not have a problem, go literally to their death? Like, you're saying that so far that their life is cut short. You're saying that things are taken from them. And I struggle because I don't see that. I see these evil people live their entire lives with no consequences for their... I mean, there's things happening right now that we're getting to see that are coming to light that it's like, man, there are some pretty evil people out there and there is no justice being done, right? There's nothing being brought to them. And it's like, how do we wrestle with this? And Job's sitting over here, and yet I'm sitting here. I'm hideous to look at. I've been torn apart from top to bottom. I am brought completely low, right? I'm brought down to the floor, and yet I watch these other people. You're saying they're going to be brought low, and you're saying I already have, and yet that's not what I see. His government name is not Barbell Bull? Hold on. Okay, that felt a little ridiculous. Hold on, I gotta move out. I'm gonna get out of this corner. Do I need to get like a heavier weapon? Okay, the delay didn't help. Okay, that didn't work out. The big guys are difficult. They seem like... Don't you have to hit the little ruby on their back? You get like a hammer-based object. Okay, so he's essentially saying, Zophar, this isn't what I'm seeing. What you're saying is not what I see when I look around. I see myself, right? And God is the one who characterized Job as blameless and upright. He's the one who's built him up as, hey, there's no one like this guy on the face of the earth. So not even his friends who are telling him that he must be wicked are as good as he is. And that's what God literally says in the divine council. He's like, hey, go look at Job. There's no one like him on the face of the earth. And then these friends are coming to him trying to position themselves as, hey, we clearly have more understanding than you do. We're clearly better off than you are because, look, God's clearly in judgment. What does this say? Hit where they're the weakest. Okay. I think someone probably should have phrased that a little more old-timey sounding. That's okay. Okay. Thanks, X-Man. That's what I figured. I thought I remembered that. So they reach old age and grow mighty in power. Their offspring are established in their presence and their descendants before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, and no rod of God is upon them. Right? Jordan, thanks for following. Looks like, did you come over from TikTok? Welcome. I think I saw you pop up on there as well. But welcome in. I'm happy you're here. Thanks for following. We don't have a bunch of activity over on the Purple website, but you're welcome to be there. Happy you are there. So their offspring are established in their presence, their descendants before their eyes. Thanks, man. No use for a nickname. That means a lot. I really appreciate it. You can stay. You can stay wherever you want. You're welcome to be anywhere. We're just trying to keep multiple options for people to be able to watch wherever they happen to be. All right. Their houses are safe from fear, and no rod of God is upon them. Their bull breeds without fail, right? They have multiple cows, their herds, and sheep. Oh, Cub, thank you so much for the goat, man. I appreciate it. You're awesome. That means a ton. How do you, can you, oh, you can crouch. I didn't know you could crouch in this game. Okay, watch this. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to prime it. We got it. I think I need to be using some sort of... Uh-oh. He's got his pet over here. How did I miss that? You think I can parry this guy? Nope. Nope. Hold on, take a minute. Wow. Nope. Too soon, too soon. Here, I'm going to do this. I don't think I can get it. Back around. Get it again. There we go. All right, so their bull breeds without fail. They don't have any issue with their livelihood. Oh, my goodness. I feel like I should be able to rotate around. Can I make guesses, bull, and you tell me if I'm close? I wouldn't make any serious guesses, so you probably don't want to do that. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to out you live on the internet. We got him. We did it. All right. And their cow calves do not miscarry. They send out their little boys like a flock, and their children dance. They sing to the tambourine and the lyre and rejoice to the sound of the pipe. They spend their days in prosperity, and in peace they go down to Sheol. They say to God, "Depart from us. We do not desire the knowledge of your ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit do we get if we pray to him? Behold, is not their prosperity in their hand?" Anthony, thank you for following. I appreciate it. X-Men, I hope you have a good day, man. If you're still here, have a great one. Be blessed. So there's this tension here, right? This tension with, like, Job is suffering, and we know it's because of his righteousness. He doesn't know that, neither do his friends, right? He doesn't know that God literally has so much faith in him. And this is another call out, and I think we've talked about this before, but I'll say it again. There's sometimes when we go through hard things in life, and there's a chance that we're going through hard things in life because God has so much faith in your ability to handle it that he'll allow it to happen with you, right? And that's something that is, like, humbling to say, that God would look to you, and he has so much faith in your ability and your capacity that he's like, hey, you can handle this. Like, you can deal with this thing. And that's what's happening with Job, is he knows he can. He knows he will stay strong. He knows he will continue to follow God. And he does, right? Anthony, thank you so much for sharing the live. That means a ton, man. It's a super big blessing. He knows he'll hold firm. He knows he'll stay with him, and he'll continue to follow him. And Job does, right? And that's a key thing that we need to remember. What is that? Oh, it's that thing shooting at me. I can't get back up there, can I? Gotta go back around this way. All right, let's run back up. But there is a struggle, man. There's a struggle, and this comes up all the time when we're struggling through our faith. It's like, man, why do I see these people who are seemingly, oh my goodness, I'm terrible at this game. Terrible. Who are seemingly wicked, perverse, evil. Josh, thank you for sharing the live, man. I appreciate it. Why do we see them prosper? Why do we see them seemingly be lifted up? Right? There are people doing horrendous things, and yet they're famous all their life. They have everything they could ever need, and they seemingly are lifted up and held in high honor. And that's something to wrestle through, right? That's what we're learning here. There's not always a simple, quick answer of, well, God's going to bring them down. Like it's short-lived, right? That's what Zophar's saying. And the reality is the experience that Job is having doesn't follow it. It's not that simple. It's not as simple as either, oh, it's just going to be for a moment and then it's going to be swept away. It's like, yeah, God is just and he's going to have his justice. That's true. Right? A lot of what Zophar says is true. This has been recurrent throughout the entirety of this, is the baseline understanding of what they have. Here, let's lower this giant thing. Look at that. It's true, right? They have an understanding of who God is. It's called theology, right? Oh, and thank you so much for following, man. I appreciate it. They have a baseline understanding of who God is, and they're not wrong, right? God is a lot of the things that they believe. But there's something lacking because they draw these harsh lines, and we'll do the same thing. Dominic, thank you for following. We'll do the same thing in our life. We'll ascribe meaning to things that we don't understand, right? We'll be looking for a sign. We'll be looking for understanding. We'll see the frustration or the suffering of somebody and just make a presumption that we understand exactly what is going on in their heart and their life. And oh my goodness. Okay, well, that's a little frustrating. But our suffering pales in comparison to Job's, so we're just going to carry on. All right. But we'll make those assumptions as well. And we'll be like, hey, this must be what's going on. Or, hey, I was looking for a sign and here it is. And we have to be careful that we don't over-ascribe meaning to what is happening in our lives. Believing in God but playing Elden Ring is sacrilegious. We know the Elden Lord. Hey, man, if you really feel that way, Kev, man, you definitely just scroll on, dude. I don't want to mess with your conviction. So if you're convicted against it, please feel free to go and do anything else other than this. Because if it's a conviction for you, you should live by it and hold it up. I live under the presumption of don't judge another man's servant. I feel very confident in my ability to play this hangout for us to read together. And so we're doing that every day. But if it's not for you, feel free to scroll on. I pray that God blesses you, man. All right. Where are we at? We were ascribing meaning to suffering, ascribing meaning to things happening in our lives. Theodore, let the wicked be wicked. Yeah, and I think that's another thing is, man, and this is something that even Job says here that I find interesting. I need to spend more time with you. Thanks, Bull. Oh, that's sweet. And let the holy be holy. About to hop on and continue my playthrough. Sweet, Gojo. I didn't realize you were here. I'm happy that you're here, man. Playing Elden Ring while talking about Job is a fitting choice. Colt, thanks for following, man. I appreciate it. Okay, I actually don't want to go down this. I want to go... Actually, yeah, I do, because I don't want to have to deal with that guy. Marky Mark, first time here, and I already feel the Lord speaking to me despite what's on the screen. Okay, thanks, Marky Mark. Yeah, and this is, I mean, obviously this is a very, very niche thing, right? This is for people who enjoy this kind of stuff, and if you want to be here, that's great. How do you feel about playing violent games like this as a Christian? What's your opinion? Man, so this is where it's a deep conversation. This actually comes up probably once a week, maybe more now. Gojo, thank you so much for the heart me. Here's what I'll say. Bella, welcome in. I'm happy you're here, man. That's awesome. There's a lot of people here. I appreciate it. The Bible is very violent. And don't get me wrong. That's not to state that we should necessarily be violent people, but we should be capable of it. We should absolutely be capable of it. And I know that's like a weird thing to say. There's a lot of people who will say, well, you know, Jesus would be a pacifist. And it's like, well, we know that's not true. We absolutely know it's not true based upon what he does when he goes into the temple. And again, this is not relating. I'm not saying that what I'm doing is a holy attack on anything. So please don't misread what I'm saying there. But I will say, storytelling wise, I think it's kind of like asking how on earth can we watch The Lord of the Rings and still be Christians, right? Well, we're given certain freedoms. Also, storytelling is an incredibly important part. And just go read First and Second Samuel, right? Look at what happens in some of those books, and like how do I get over there without dying? Oh my goodness! Can you leave me alone? Watch this. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And so I think it's tough for me to concept because I feel very, very confident in my ability. Yes, we have the Lord. That's what matters. We are freedom. But at the same point, just because something is permissible does not mean it's beneficial, right? That's biblical as well. And that's important to remember too. Theodore, I don't know if I said this, but thank you for following, man. That's biblical as well. So it's like, hey, just because I have the freedom to do something doesn't necessarily mean that I should do it. And that's true. And that's fair. Novella Bella, thank you for following on the purple platform, because we can't talk about each other's platforms when we're multi-streaming. We all get in trouble. Neil, thank you for following as well. But what I will say is there's an incredibly important aspect of storytelling that I think, and these are interactive stories for sure. But actually, these stories are very, very reflective of the reality of a fallen world, right? And this is something that I find really, really interesting. I'm going to church on Easter for the first time in 20 years. Oscar, that's awesome, dude. Easter's a good time to go. They usually do a really solid gospel presentation, and that's one of the reasons I really love it. Cub, I'm happy that you have the opportunity to do that. That's awesome. Jordan, thank you so much for sharing the live. I appreciate it. But with that being said, right, storytelling is extremely important. It gives us root understanding of the world. This is what Jesus did all the time through parables, right? Watch this, guys. Hold on. Here we go. Look at that. We did it. He gives us understanding, and that's what Jesus used nonstop. See you later, Gojo. Welcome back when you're back. And so it's another call out there that it's like, man, stories are a part of how we understand the world. And just because something, whether it's, hey, this includes witchcraft, or hey, this includes violence, like how can we be okay with this? We should not be given to violence in our own life, and I totally agree with that. And there are certain things that probably aren't helpful to play. I would probably argue that going and playing Grand Theft Auto probably isn't an edifying experience. But at the same point, I wouldn't be willing to say that somebody's in a wrong position if they do that, right? Because I don't know what their conviction is. I don't know what God has for them. I think there are things that can lead us to be not in a good spot mentally. I don't agree that this is one of them, right? And so I think that violence in and of itself is not actually wrong. I think we're called not to murder people, but I think that the concept that as we read through the Bible, man, it is very clear that like the baseline concept of violence as we understand it is not what is wrong. It is doing it without cause or without purpose. And there's a lot of reflection here. You look at the fallen world of whether you're looking at Dark Souls or Elden Ring. This is one of the reasons I actually love these games. It's the concept that mankind has taken ownership over the realm of the world. He has massively fumbled it, right? Massively fumbled this concept of the earth. And now it is broken, it is flawed, and you have to fight your way through it. And that is literally our experience in life, right? And in Dark Souls, it's even clearer than this. Because in Dark Souls, what do we do here? Oh, cool. In Dark Souls, yeah, I'd love to try it. That's what Bull has said as well. Crimson Desert's super good. But in Dark Souls, hey, literally the humanity themselves have gone hollow. Their soul is no longer alive. Right? Oh, yeah, you would never... So America is the concept of the fallen world, not God. This is the other thing, is you don't see God in the game at all. America is who took the world and tore it apart, right? So America is the one playing God. It's the relation of the fact of mankind trying to become God themselves and tearing the world apart. That's what we're seeing here. Me playing Shadow of the Erd Tree. It's been about generational cycle of violence and trauma. Always has been, yeah. Maybe it could also be argued that some people don't even know the backstory of these games just out of ignorance, so their experience isn't even based off the info. Yeah, and that's fair. I think there are a lot of people who just choose not to play, and I think that's fine. I do. I think that's totally okay and great. If you feel called not to play games or not to even be involved in them, don't do it, man. don't do it. Go enjoy your life. Go enjoy the stuff that God's given you. But I definitely do not believe this is a sinful issue, you know? And so I just wanted to take some time to answer that. We're not going to be able to do that every time because this does happen like maybe 2 times a week. We have that question come in. But I wanted to give it some thought and understanding because I think it's like any other type of storytelling. It's like, how can you waste time reading a book when you could be out there spreading the gospel? It's like, well, okay. Yeah, maybe. We're also called to rest in him and enjoy our life, you know? So America's goal was faulty to begin with because she didn't understand the balance in her will. Yeah, exactly. It's like, and again, this is like the, oh, wow, Bull. What a blessing, man. Thanks for subscribing over on Kick. That's incredible. I appreciate it. It's unnecessary, Bull, but I appreciate it. I feel like there's enough value that you bring to my life just existing. Absolutely, Neil. I appreciate you asking the question. Okay. Sorry. How often? We got to finish this chapter now because I only have so long before I need to go back out to the campsite, which is just my parents' house. So bear that in mind. Oh, I'm not a fan of poison swamps. Not a fan of poison swamps. Okay. How often is it that the lamp of the wicked is put out, that their calamity comes upon them, that God distributes pain in his anger, that they are like straw before the wind and like chaff that the storm carries away? Okay, so real quick, this is really important. Job is experiencing this pain. He's just told by Zophar, hey, this is what the wicked experience, right? Their benefit is short-lived. It's clear to me now that your blessing that came out of, oh my goodness, that was terrible. Your blessing that came out of your wickedness is just coming to an end, right? It's always short-lived. It's going to come to an end, and then God's wrath is going to fall on you, and that's what you're experiencing. And Job is sitting here, and he's like, listen, I look around. Did you get to Midra yet? Who's Midra? I don't think I have. I've only done the dancer so far. Is Midra the frenzy dude? I think it's the frenzy dude. Let me know. I think that might be it. Is there nothing down here? I feel like there should be something down here. No, we have not. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. That was intense. Okay, excuse me. Thank you for liking the live. ... I appreciate it. I feel like there should be something further down here. But maybe not. So this isn't what I'm seeing. This isn't what I experience, right? I've been looking for this, and you're telling me I'm now experiencing the wrath of God, who's been allowing me to see just a minor bit of happiness. Oh, both. He's also over there gifting subs. You're so sweet. Thank you. Now you're going to have to help me set something up so it's actually worth. You know what I mean? You're going to have to help me like set up the thing so it's worth you being subscribed. That's what you know what I'm saying? If you guys don't follow Barbell Bull, you should go do it. See, check that out, Bull. Now I'm like sending people to you. He's a cool guy. He's chill, and he's very, very helpful to me. I'll try to get a list, Bull. I'll try to do it. Okay, so that's not what I see is essentially what he's saying. He's like, hey, I don't see this happening to other people. What I see is, hey, they seemingly have a good life, go on their way, and die in old age, right? And I think that the part of that's true, right? Like there is a struggle with that. I mean, I see these people around me doing so well. They're seemingly blessed beyond belief, and yet they're problematic. They're evil. You got the First Kings. Nice. That's awesome. First Kings is good too. I think after Job, we're going to go back into the New Testament for a book, and then we'll probably swing back into the Old again. All right, I really don't like the flowers very much, but I'll go grab this real quick. We got to look up stuff to make. That's what we got to do. Hey, Heavenly Breast, thank you for sharing, man. Yeah, the Kings are really good books. Very, very good. Okay, let's go see what we got over here. All right. That they are like straw before the wind and like chaff that the storm carries away. You say, God stores up their iniquity for their children. Let him pay it out to them that they may know it. Let their own eyes see their destruction, and let them drink the wrath of the Almighty. For what they For what do they care for their houses after them? W channel, thank you so much. That's really sweet. I appreciate it. Christian, thanks. You're awesome. Appreciate that. Philip, thanks for being here, man. Should I use this thing? Oh, what is that? You hit it? Wait, I have to find a rock somewhere that I have to hit? All right, for what do they care for their houses after them when the number of their months is cut off? Will any teach God knowledge? So you're saying that even their children are affected by their wickedness, but I would say that I think I have to break this first. Yeah, it opened up now. We're good. But I would say that, like, why would they care? They're already dead. They're gone. They don't care about that. And I don't see it always happen. I don't see them always torn down. I don't see them always in despair. But yet I'm innocent, and I am. I'm innocent, and I am in despair. Will any teach God knowledge, seeing that he judges those who are on high? One dies in his full vigor, being wholly at ease and secure, his pails full of milk, and the marrow of his bones moist. Another dies in bitterness of soul, never having tasted of prosperity. They lie down alike in the dust, and the worms cover them. They all end in the same place, right? They all end in the exact same spot. Well, we have 10,000 likes on TikTok. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate that. That's a big deal. I feel like that's a really big deal. I've never had that happen before. Can I explain Revelation 3:9? Possibly. Can I finish this chapter and then we'll go over there? I really like Revelation. I don't know what the exact verse is referring to. Nola Brew, will you do me a favor? Will you put it in the chat, the actual like verse reference? G Rev Chuck, thank you for liking. I appreciate it. And then we'll get to it right after we finish this. We're almost to the end of this chapter. Behold, I know your thoughts and your schemes to wrong me. For you say, where is the house of the prince, and where is the tent of the wicked live? You have not asked those who travel the roads, and do you not accept their testimony that the evil man is spared in the day of calamity, that he is rescued in the day of wrath? Who declares his way to his face, and who repays him for what he has done? When he is carried to the grave, watch is kept over his tomb. The clods of the valley are sweet to him. So even when he dies, he seems to be taken care of. He seems to be held forward. All mankind follows after him, and those who go before him are innumerable. How then will you comfort me with empty nothings? There is nothing left of your answers but falsehoods. I know that I am innocent. You say that everyone who is wicked is going to be brought low, but the reality is I see people all the time who do not seem to be brought low, even though they be wicked, even though they need to be brought down. Right? This isn't the reality that I'm seeing. Let's see what this guy says. Oh, Bale. Is Bale that way? Bale is that way. Bale's probably one of my favorites. I like Bale. I've only fought him once, but I enjoyed it. Let's stand here with the birds. Isn't that crazy that we get to look at that and it's like you can just go over there and find a dragon over there? I think that's wild. Very, very wild. So Job's wrestling with something that I think that we all are going to wrestle with, which is, man, why do seemingly bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people? And that is constantly asked, man. That's constantly wrestled with. And God, this is one of the earliest written books in the Bible. It is in the time, Christian Bale, yeah, that's correct. He's up on the top of the mountain. He's dressed up as a dragon, and you fight him. What's your favorite Elden Ring boss or character? Hey, Heavenly Breast, thank you for the rose, man. Let's push this to the algorithm. 20K likes. Well, we're running out of time, Josh. It's a dangerous time to push it to the algorithm, but if you guys want to, feel free to. but we're going to have a lot of people coming here and have nothing to listen to because we're about to finish up. Quick, hey, I'm happy you're here. There is a God, and Jesus Christ came to give you a direct path to him. So, man, we're called to repent and turn to Christ, and he gives us a new heart, right? We're then a new creation. Cross, thank you so much for following. So I beg and plead with you, stay here. Listen to the word. Take it in, man. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can scroll on. You can find there's like, 2 million uploads on YouTube a day that you can go watch instead. But, man, there is a God. He's real. And man, he's redeemed me and changed my life forever. And it's so good. It's so good. I don't have to, man. Like, nature speaks to it. Look around. Go outside and look at the sunrise and realize every single day that happens, and your ability to perceive and even ask the question of whether there's a God is a part of this whole thing. It's incredible. It's awesome. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so this is like one of the struggles of life, is to answer the question of, man, like, why does suffering happen to good people? Why are seemingly terrible people lifted up and held high? And this is one of the earliest books written. This is written in the time of the patriarchs. And so there's this element of, like, God very early on bringing, like, this reality of, like, okay, you're going to struggle with this. This is one of the earliest things I'm going to give you, is this pain as you try to wade through the reality of the fact that I don't always just bring you, like, solid blessing, right? That's the reality. And I think that's something that we need to remember. Dave, thank you so much for following. What we need to remember is that God is not here only for our temporal time blessing, right? Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. He's here for something greater. If there was a God, kids wouldn't die from cancer. Actually, this comes up quite a bit too. Here's the deal, man. If there wasn't mankind having made the decision to abandon God, kids wouldn't die of cancer. I agree. That's not God, man. That's us. We did that. We broke the world, and now we pay the price for it. And people more than us die. We make actions every day that tear people away from a longer life, right? And that's something that's so important to remember, is you and I carry the weight of this world on our shoulders. We've been given access to own it, to manage it, to control it, and we tore that apart. And I think no matter who we are, at any level of our being, at any level of our ability, we can see that we would do the same thing, right? We can blame these big corporations for putting stuff in foods and things that lead to cancer in our cells, but the reality is that at the end of the day, we make decisions every day to cut corners, to get somewhere quicker, to get rich faster, to do these things, and we can see that in and of ourselves. And so the reality of who God is that He sent Jesus to redeem us, and He's working to restore all things new, right? He's going to bring back the original paradise that was had before, and we're called to go and make disciples of all nations. So that's what we're here doing. So if you want to stay and hang out, that's great. For those who don't... I'll always remember my 10th grade Bible class teacher saying, you can always discover God through creation, for those who don't have access to Him. But do lie, behold, I will make them to come and worship before my feet and know that I have loved thee. Oh, are you talking about Revelation 3:9? Okay. Yeah, we can go there real quick. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go to it in my Bible real fast. I really like Revelation. So, Logan, thanks for following, man. Revelation 3. Oh, man, my text is so small I can't even read it. Hold on. We're zooming in. Oh, Revelation 3:9. I was at Revelation 3:3. Behold, I will make those who are of the synagogue of Satan, who say they are Jews but are not, but lie. Behold, I will make them come bow down before your feet, and they will learn that I have loved you. So at this time, right, we're talking about, there is a lot of chatter happening, so I'm really sorry if I missed so much chat, but I appreciate all of you being here. I really do. Logan, thank you for following. I don't know if I said that. Oh, no. I'm not a fan of this. Hold on. Let's sneak in on him. We're like a cat with our cool lion head. I probably should use the bigger one. These are kind of like the... Wow. Did you guys see that roll? It's pretty good. How is he missing me? Because I feel like I should have died right there. Oh, he did it. So they were in an area, this is written to the church of Philadelphia. They were in an area where they were heavily persecuted by the current religious leaders of the Jewish authority. Someone just asked the question of, can you explain Revelation 3:9? Because there's like this comment about the synagogue of Satan. We're completely derailed from Job right now, but I just wanted to answer it real quick. So these religious leaders were actively and heavily persecuting the people of God. And so his comment there is saying, hey, these people who are religious authorities, religious leaders who say that they are Jews, they're descended from Abraham, they're these great people, but are coming against you and actively like seeking out, killing you, using the governing authority that had come after you. They're not of God. And at some point they will come before you and they will essentially repent for what they have done. They will see that I have loved you, right? Thanks, Bull. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. I gotta increase my text on like chat because I can't read everything really well. Yeah, what I will say real quick. Well, actually, I think your name. That's funny. Okay, real quick. I'm not a debate channel. We get together and read the Bible, and so if like what you're looking for is like a barrage of responses to like every inkling or every thought you have against the Bible, I can't spend a bunch of time doing that. We're just reading through the Word. Right now, we're going through Job chapters 20 and 21, and we're talking about like the weight of suffering and what that means in our life, and how there are times where, man, things just don't always make sense, and the world isn't as straightforward as do good, do bad, get bad. It's not always that simple. So we're wrestling through that. If you want to be here for that, that's great. But just wanted to call that out. If it's not for you, feel free to move on, man. We're just here to read the Word and hang out together and be in awe of God. And so if that makes you feel sick, feel free to head out, man. You don't need to stay here for that. I really appreciate how awesome this has been, though. This is super cool. We have 15,000 likes over on TikTok, which is insane to me. That's a lot of tapping a screen, and I'm grateful. You guys are awesome. Super awesome. Ginger G, thank you so much for following. Appreciate it. Gabby Gibb, thank you. I love the dancing lion helmet. It's so funny. I do too. Good morning from FYP. Thanks, Ginger. Appreciate it. Oh, you're sharing it. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, life application. Couple of things here. There's some pretty consistent truths throughout this thing. I feel like someone's going to attack me down here. Or not. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Man, real quick, not weaponizing general truths is super important. This is something all of his friends are doing, and it's like, it's massively important we don't do this, right? Someone's suffering, and we take like some general theme that we understand from something else in our life that we can't verify as true. Did you guys see that parry? That's pretty good. And it's often not helpful, right? That's what we're seeing here is this assumptive nature of making assumptions as to why God is doing what he's doing or what's happening. It doesn't always lead to being helpful. And that's super, super important in our own life is that, man, compassion first. We're not here to prove anything. You don't know more than other people do. I don't know more than other people do. There may be people who have better points than I do. And it's important that we come at stuff with humility and grace and don't make too many assumptions. And not every principle applies to neatly to every person, right? There are things that seemingly apply. Amen to that, Ginger. Thanks. There are things that can seemingly apply. Oh, man, this seems a good guy to parry. That looks scary. We got him. Hold on. We gotta drink some. Oh, man. He's fast. I'm stuck on a wall. We're gonna die. Let's run over here. Hold on, we gotta move up the top. Black Knight Edred. I didn't realize this was a boss. Okay, that's good to know. Let's go over here. Get back in this room. And we'll keep going. All right. Oh, the other thing, man, judgment theology can become cold fast. That's what like burns a lot of people with. I rolled through that. All right. Okay, we can get him every time with that. I think we can keep getting him. Nope. We got him again. I think we might need to pull out the other weapon. This isn't doing much damage. Nope. Gonna have to try again. Didn't work out. I have no idea what I'm doing over here. Bull, go back to the green account. You're great. This is good. We need it over there as well. You're doing awesome. We're at 16K right now. He's like a phoenix keeps rising from the ashes. Yep. Do we have to re-kill that horn scent guy? Hold on. We're sneaking up. And then truth without compassion can just become cruelty. And that's something that's super important to understand as well. This is where a lot of people really struggle with, like, quote-unquote fire and brimstone people. And it's like they bring quote-unquote truth, but there is absolutely seemingly no love or compassion for it. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Can I, like, land on him and... Hold on. Watch this. First try. Every time. Every time. Every time. Okay. The other thing from chapter 21, man, a couple of things that are super important for application piece here. Children shouldn't be taught they'll burn forever in hell if they're bad in the eyes of something nobody can prove. That's an interesting statement. Ginger, welcome to the Green website. I keep being told I'm not allowed to say the names of the sites or else they all shut me down. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're happy that you're over there as well. Thanks for being there. It's huge. Yeah, I think it's tough, man, because I think when you're opposed to the concept that mankind has fallen, it's very, very hard to get on board with needing a savior, right? Needing a redeemer. And that can be rough. But I think the reality is, man, we can all feel the depth of, like, our depravity. And to some of us, that causes us to just completely reject God and say we can't prove him. To others, it causes us to draw near to him. So if you want to draw near to him, be here. If not, y'all are welcome to go and do anything else you want to, you know? All right, life application for Job 21. This is Job's response. It's so important we don't build our faith on simple formulas. If Job had built his faith around the same idea that his three friends had, Job's faith would fail. Right? If he was so convinced, thanks for following on Twitch as well. It's awesome. If he was so convinced that that man, if he's just, oh my goodness, I got to figure out how to parry this guy. If he was so convinced that if he was just holy and righteous, it would go well with him. His faith would totally fall apart. Any of the other guys this would have happened with. They would have abandoned faith in God and said, hey, God can't be good, right? How could a good God do this? And that's some of the questions we're getting over on YouTube right now, too. It's like, how could a good God do this? Or why would he do this? Or why would he send someone to hell for not believing? And it's like, man, God's not going to force you into his presence, you know? But these guys have a simplistic formula they're following, and Job has a much deeper relationship with who God is. And it's so important in this suffering that he understands that, and that it's more than just, what's that noise? I don't know what that was. It's more than just a simplistic do good, get good, do bad, get bad. Because that is not what Christianity believes at all. All right. Oh, the other thing is, man, sometimes what we see just doesn't make sense yet. And we've got to be okay with that. Jordan, thank you so much for following. We don't always get to see the outcome of what God is doing in a situation, right? And this is Job's outcry. It's like, man, these wicked people seemingly do great in life. They're awesome. Everything's going well for them. I need to get a... Carlos, welcome. Thanks for following. Watch this. There's so many attacks. I think I'm just going to not parry. Ouch. Stop. Drink. Can I please break his posture? It seems like he's got low. We did. Hold on. Oh, I ran out of time. That was terrible. Oh. Look at that. Okay, I ran out of, I didn't have any bulls on like every single account right now. I appreciate it, man. I don't have any stamina left. That doesn't do that much damage for how much. Oh, man. Oh. Okay, I hopped back, too. That seems... We're going to get him this round. Roll back. Roll back. We did it, everybody. We did it. I totally lost where I was at in my mind, but that's okay. That was a good place to. And Ginger, thank you. I appreciate all y'all being here. This has been huge. We're already 17,000 likes on TikTok, which is massive. We're also, I will say, really big news for me. This is like a massive thing because I never expected really anyone to watch this. So even I don't know. It's just like insane that anyone's sitting here talking to me, which I'm super grateful for. But what I will say is we're speeding up in like follow count, and we're getting near to where we're going to be at 1,000 followers across platforms, which for some people is not a big deal. For me, though, that's crazy. So I've just been super, super grateful, and I'm super thankful. I think we're already at, King, thank you so much. Talk about timing. King's out here doing it. But it's been huge, and I'm enjoying it. We're going to finish out Job, and then we'll head into, I think we're going to do one of the letters in the New Testament next after Job, but we still have like half of Job to go. Job's actually pretty long. I'm just super grateful for everybody. I'm thankful for y'all being here. I'm here every single morning, so we'll be back tomorrow morning, probably at, as long as nothing crazy happens, at 5:30 a.m. Oh, no, we're disconnected. Hold on. It's telling me we just disconnected, so the timing of that couldn't be funnier. But we'll be back here tomorrow. Yeah, people do get kind of angry. But that's okay. That's okay. People can come in and say whatever they want. That's why we're in public. We're doing this in like a public setting. But that's a big deal to me, and I'm super grateful. So with that, I am going to head out. 7:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. That's 5:30 a.m. my time, which is probably not the best time in the world for us to be online. But I hope that God blesses you guys in the meantime. Thank you so much for being here and for hanging out. It's been huge. For today, be blessed. For a lot of us, this is a day of rest. And so if that is for you, enjoy it. Soak it up. My ending is always, hey, keep Christ the center focus of your life and stay in step with the Spirit. And we'll be back here tomorrow morning. We'll keep going. Gabby, thank you so much for being here. Y'all have a good day as well. And I'm going to go eat breakfast with my family and then go hang out. Maybe I think we might go fishing today, which is a very rare occurrence for us. That's not a common thing, but it's going to be fun. Thanks for following, Gabby. I appreciate it. We got a blessed bone shard. No idea what that does. All right, I'm out. You guys have a great day. I'm going to stop because I'm just going to keep going around playing forever. This has been fun. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Anyone who wants to be here. Bye.